Hello all. My name is Daniel Robert Boyle, and I come to you today to give my formal defense statement regarding the accusations brought forward by Mr. Jessam as part of the Fantasy Football League 5-kilometer run punishment. Honorable Judge and esteemed members of this league, I respectfully submit this statement in response to the allegation that my completion of the league's prescribed 5-kilometer punishment run should be invalidated due to the omission of a necktie, a belt, and not tucking in my shirt. I wish to address this matter comprehensively, upholding the principles of fairness, clarity, and adherence to the league's established protocols. My first point I'd like to address is the compliance with codified league rules and the definition of a full suit. The league's official documentation stipulates that the last place finisher must run the Blue Nose 5-kilometer in a full suit and a briefcase. As presented by this screenshot given to me by Mr. Ingham, our official note taker, and it has been our constitution and league rules that highlight what the punishment is and what the loser of the league must do. The term full suit, as defined by reputable sources, refers to a matching set of jacket and trousers, typically accompanied by a dress shirt. The Oxford English Dictionary defines a suit as, in quotations, a set of outer clothes made of the same fabric and designed to be worn together, typically consisting of a jacket and trousers. Merriam-Webster similarly defines a suit as an ensemble of two or more outer garments, such as jacket and trousers, of the same fabric or color. The Emily Post Institute, a leading authority on etiquette, describes a suit as matching jacket and pants, in quotations, or skirt, with a collared shirt. Nowhere in these definitions is a necktie, belt, or tucking in your shirt specified as an inherent or universal requirement. I would like to also acknowledge and respect that the previous two participants, Mr. Ingham and Mr. Jessam, for this challenge chose to wear a tie and a belt with their suits. Their decisions reflect their personal interpretations of our league's rules, which are admittedly vague regarding the specific components of a full suit. While I commend their commitment and sportsmanship, their actions do not constitute a binding precedent or amendment to the official rules of our league. My decision to wear what I wore on the day of the race were made in good faith and in accordance with both the written rules and the widely accepted understanding of what constitutes a full suit. The accuser has asserted that I possessed and wore a tie on race day only to remove it prior to the event. This claim is entirely unsubstantiated and constitutes hearsay, as the accuser was not present at the day of the race and has provided no evidence to support this allegation. All 5 league members in attendance were there and saw my attire on the day of the race, and they can confirm that at no point did I wear or possess a tie on race day. Additionally, in direct communication with the accuser following the race at 10:10 a.m., I explicitly stated I don't have a tie at my house. Here's a screenshot of that conversation. And I will say, for the young viewers out there, there are some very disturbing words that the accuser sent me regarding my omission of a tie, which I did not appreciate. I will also add that there was no congratulation on the finish of the run in these texts. When I say I don't have a tie at my house, I'm referring to my current residence on Tobin Street. At no time did I claim not to own a tie. Rather, I clarified I did not have a tie at my house, the one on Tobin Street. Any assertion to the contrary is factually incorrect and unsupported by evidence. The accuser also expressed the opinion that my shirt was unacceptable. I respectfully submit that this is a subjective viewpoint without basis in any official league rule. My shirt was of high quality and it reflected my personal style and enthusiasm for the event, contributing positively to the spirit of the challenge. It is also noteworthy that our event did receive local media attention. I was interviewed by the local news while still attired in my full suit. Despite the fact that the accuser's opinion is that I appeared unprofessional and conducted the interview with, I conducted the interview with professionalism, dignity, and composure. The resulting article received numerous positive comments, both in the quality of the coverage and on the fun and camaraderie of our league's unique challenge. This further demonstrates that my attire and demeanor were consistent with the expectations and spirit of the event. I would now like to address the unofficial communication sent by Mr. Davies at 12:22 a.m. the day of the race. Approximately 7 hours prior to the race, a league member, Mr. Davies, who was not present at the event and who holds no formal authority within the league, posted in our group chat that a tie must be worn. This message did not receive any support or endorsement from any other member in our league prior to the race. I did not interpret this informal suggestion as constituting an amendment to our official rules. It is also important to note that on the day of the event, none of the league members in attendance issued any warning or objection regarding my attire or suggested that my 5-kilometer time might be subject to nullification based on my clothing. I will also say that Mr. Glazebrook, our honorable commissioner of the league, was also in attendance, and I did not hear a single objection or suggestion that my time would not count as I'm not wearing a tie or a belt or not tucking in my shirt. My participation was observed, and it was accepted by everyone in attendance prior to the race, as I did not hear any objections. The absence of any challenge further supports the legitimacy of my compliance with the league's stated punishment and demonstrates that subsequent objections are retrospective and unsupported by the conduct of those present. This is going to be good. It is also important to bring to the court's attention that on Friday, October 10th, one of the co-accusers, Mr. Davies, I will say co-accusers as he's shown support for Mr. Chessum's claims, was discovered attempting to edit our league's constitution in order to introduce new requirements regarding attire for the 5-kilometer punishment run. This action was undertaken without the knowledge, consent, or authorization of any league member or the league commissioner, and represents a clear attempt to unilaterally alter the firmly established rules governing our league. While I believe that such an attempt to modify our constitution outside of proper procedures should be considered a serious and potentially punishable offense, I recognize that this hearing is not convened to address that matter. Nonetheless, I am disappointed that this incident has not been subjected to further scrutiny or formal investigation by the league, as it raises important questions about fairness, transparency, and respect for our agreed upon governance processes. I respectfully submit that our integrity of our league rules on adherence to established procedures for amending rules, and that any further attempts to circumnavigate these protocols should be treated with the seriousness they warrant. I do wish to formally commend Mr. Jessam, my fellow league mate, for raising this matter, as it highlights the necessity for precision in our league's written constitutions and the importance of periodic review and clarification of our rules. I fully support an initiative to amend our documentation to ensure the unequivocal guidance for future participants, as I would not want this situation to happen to anyone else unfortunate enough to lose the league, which in this case might be me again next year. In summary, I have acted in accordance with the league's documented requirements and have not contravened any explicit rule or precedent. I respectfully request that my completion of the 5-kilometer punishment run be deemed legitimate and that no further sanction be imposed. I further urge the league to undertake a comprehensive review and revision of our rules to prevent ambiguity in subsequent years. I would like to thank you all for listening to my case, and I thank you for your attention and consideration. Finally, I would like to give a few shout outs to some of my fellow league mates. Firstly, to Justice Burrell, Judge Burrell. Whatever you say, we will abide by. You are the judge, the jury, the executioner. Nextly, I would like to shout out Mr. Schrader. He was gracefully generous enough to offer me a drive to the race in the Valley. And we left my residence on Tobin Street at 5:45 in the morning. I would also like to shout out Mr. Anderson, Mr. Walling, Mr. Lethbridge Hall, and our commissioner, Mr. Glazebrook, for attending the race in person and showing their support for our punishment. It meant a lot to me as I was running to know that there were some league mates that will show up and support you when you're doing something that you're not happy to do. You're not comfortable doing it. So I want to give them a shout out. I would also like to shout out Mr. Ingham, our established note taker, for keeping these constitutions safe. I know since the incident with Mr. Davies, we have firmly locked down the notes, so no more infractions like that could happen.